Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball Nation. Now today I'm going to be giving you guys my weekly Q&A, and to start off first, I had a lot of trollish questions, and I don't have a problem with people sending in trollish questions, but there was about 24 of them that were very quote-unquote sexualized, and I didn't want to spend the first 10 to 20 minutes of this Q&A. Well, I guess the whole Q&A is 20 minutes, but I didn't want to spend like the first 10 minutes of the Q&A answering all these sexualized questions. I mean, first of all, I don't have a huge problem with those questions necessarily. You can throw them in here now and then, but if you're gonna ask those like 50 of them in a row at once, it's kind of it kind of bugs me a little bit because it's filling up my feed, and I'm gonna have to answer those in the Q&A. So I kind of deleted those. So I prefer, if you're gonna ask those, ask them very sparsely. Otherwise, you know, I'll just keep deleting them because I can't answer those questions, guys, like that. I mean, because then the people that have legitimately good questions aren't going to get them answered, really. So, let's get right into this Q&A. Who made your banner? Well, the guy who made my banner is a guy by the name of Spectrum HD. I'll leave a link to his channel. He has some awesome content. He has some pretty funny stuff on there, too. So, go check him out. Link to his channel is in the description. He does some awesome stuff. Alright. Master Roshi versus Jiraiya. Well, I have an understanding of Naruto, somewhat of an understanding of it, and from what I understand, Roshi can blow up a moon, but I do know Jiraiya is supposed to be pretty strong, but I can't really say on this fight because I don't watch enough Naruto, so I can't call this fight, but I do know that Roshi can blow up the moon. I don't know what Jiraiya can do, so I don't really want to throw out my opinion on this fight. I mean, if you guys want to talk about it in the comments, that's whatever. Cell versus Yamcha with, jeez, what is this number? 1,000 million, I think that's 10 billion times Kaioken. With regeneration, it has no limit on energy attacks. I mean, if you're saying Yamcha isn't going to get tired out from that Kaioken, then Yamcha would definitely win. Otherwise, you know, Yamcha would have a heart attack as soon as he unleashes the Kaioken. But if he doesn't get tired out, Yamcha will win that fight. Yamcha end of Z versus Goku start of Z. Well, come on, guys, because Yamcha, even though he stopped training after Cell Saga, Yamcha at the Saiyan fight with Vegeta was stronger than Goku at the beginning of Z. So it's not even really a fight. There's no way Yamcha would have gotten that weak. So yeah, I don't think Yamcha ever got weaker than someone like Captain Ginyu. But that's not even a fight in my opinion. Yamcha versus my dick. Probably my dick. Yamcha versus PewDiePie. Alright, I'm going to give that one to Yamcha. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. Yamcha versus Omega Shenron, definitely, I mean, come on, this is obviously a troll question, it's Omega Shenron. Yamcha versus Sasuke, I can't even discuss that fight, but I would put my money on Yamcha. But that's just my opinion, being a Dragon Ball Z fan, not watching a whole lot of Naruto. Don't call me a fanboy, but, you know, if you do, that's fine, but, you know, I don't see how Sasuke could really win that fight. They don't even destroy planets in Naruto, and Vegeta from the Saiyan Saga could blow up a planet, so, you know. Broly equals SSJ3. Now this is something I believe it was either from a Jump magazine or maybe the Daisenshu that said Broly was actually stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and I can't agree with that. So that's hilarious to me that they would even put that in the wherever the source was. I can't ever see that. It's just not even possible. Broly versus Tsunade. Well, Tsunade would probably, you know, suffocate him with her, as Master Roshi would call them, flotation devices. So, you know, that answers your question, hopefully. Can you do videos with some people to help promote their channels? I've been asked this a lot over my time on YouTube, and I'm still a relatively new channel. I've only been doing YouTube for about 8 months, and this is something I've been asked by people, and I have done collabs with people. I actually have a collab going up tomorrow, if you're watching this on Wednesday, which is the original upload day. I have a video going up tomorrow with some a smaller channel, Dr. Blick, and you know, we got DBZ God and Dr. Love and some other guys. So I am doing stuff with other people, but guys, you have to understand, I can't do things with every single person, because if I do something with one guy, everyone's gonna want to do collabs, and I can't have my channel be all about collabs, you know what I mean? I gotta have my original content on here, so I don't have the time to necessarily do all these different collabs with these people, you know what I mean? I've even not been able to do videos with like Quaman before because, you know, I just didn't have time, or I was busy. It's not anything about your subscriber count or anything like that. I just don't have the time to do it for everyone. So I can do them, but I can't guarantee that I'll be able to do everyone's channel, you know what I mean? Ships lips John ships lips John ships shup. I'm guessing that's something for Johnny Lip Ships. I don't really know. You're bad. Yeah, I am. I'm terrible. Yep, I completely agree. You got some very well presented facts at hand, and I can't see how anyone can make an argument against you. Vegito versus Asura. Now, it depends what Vegito, because I don't think that anything below Super Saiyan 3 Vegito could be Asura. Depending on which form of Asura you're talking here, if it's Asura when he was fighting Chakravartin with the mantra reactor, then I don't think the Super Saiyan 3 Vegito could beat him, but it's so hard to say. I think Asura before the mantra reactor, I think Vegito, Super Vegito would be able to beat him, in my opinion, but that's just me. And don't call me a Dragon Ball Z fan, boy, because I'm a huge fan of Asura's Wrath. Huge fan. Next fight, pretty much the same thing. It depends what form of Asura. You know, Asura versus Beerus, so it depends on what form. Kind of a similar situation there. I can't see Beerus beating Asura after he gets the mantra reactor stuff. I mean, Asura is insanely powerful. Kratos versus the Hulk. It's going to be the Hulk on that one, easy. Asura versus the Hulk. It's Asura, easy. Doesn't matter what form. I'm going to sneeze here. I'll hold it in, though. Is SSJ2 Adult Gohan weaker than SSJ1 Teen Gohan? No, he is not. Top 10 favorite movies. I can't possibly answer that because I don't even know what my favorite is. So I can't possibly answer that here. Do you watch WWE, and did you see Ronda Rousey wearing a Vegeta It's Over 9,000 t-shirt? I probably pronounced that name wrong, first of all, but I used to watch WWE a long time ago with my buddy Phil. And I don't watch it anymore, so I guess I didn't see him wearing that Vegeta shirt, but that is pretty awesome, I must say. Ben 10 versus Yamcha from Elvacular. And I've seen this guy on Blackfist and Kwaman's Q&A, so it's good to see him, you know, coming down here to ask some questions. Definitely nice to see. Ben 10 versus Yamcha. Well, from my understanding, Ben 10 has some overpowered aliens. I don't watch Ben 10 at all anymore. I watched it when I was a young kid, but I understand that he has some powerful enemies, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, not knowing everything about him, but I do know he has some overpowered ones, from my understanding. But don't hate on me if I'm wrong, guys. I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt here. I'm being fair. I don't have a lot of knowledge on Ben 10. Alright. What if the twist was after God crafted the Earth, if you believe in that, he divided himself into a race, thus giving birth into humans? Well, I don't really agree with the first part, so I can't really answer the question. What if at some point after fusing with Kami, Piccolo wished back King Piccolo and fused with him? How strong would he be? Also, in this hypothetical scenario, King Piccolo has been training for a bit, and it is now as strong as a Cell Jr. Well, I guess he would give him about the same boost as Nail would, because you gotta think, guys, Piccolo Jr., which is the Piccolo we know, is really just the embodiment of King Piccolo. It's kind of his essence. That's why King Piccolo spat him up. It was like, you know, a reincarnation. So I don't think that it would be as the same boost as Piccolo and Kami fusion. It wouldn't be the same if King Piccolo came around, if that makes sense. This is from BioWolf. I'm going to try to get a lot better giving you guys shoutouts when you ask questions. I know I'm terrible at it, and I say it in every single Q&A that I'm absolutely terrible. But, you know, just kind of how things are. If Goku and Dende did fuse with the Potara earrings, and they was able to get everyone out of Super Buu, not including Majin Buu, and that would make Super Buu into Kid Buu, as we all know, and Gohan killed Super Buu, would the Earth need a new guardian? So, okay, so you're saying if they managed to get, well, I don't think that the Buu that we, now that's very difficult to say, because, so you're saying they get everyone out except for Majin Buu, so that means no Kid Buu, but Gohan's out, and that means that Super Buu is Super Buu again, and that's it. I guess I would have to consider the fact that they would get absorbed. Goku and Dende as a fusion would get absorbed by Super Buu, and I don't know if that's necessarily true, because I don't think they'd be a challenge for Super Buu at all, to be completely honest, because of how weak Dende is. I mean, we don't even know if that would reduce his power or not. We can't say, and we can't even make an assumption, because there's really no evidence to support that necessarily. But yeah, Gohan would easily kill Super Buu, obviously, if, you know, all this hypothetical stuff happened, guys. And, yeah, I guess the Earth would need a new Guardian, unless, when they fused, Dende and Goku fused, they became a new being. Maybe they still were the Guardians, they were still linked to the Dragon Balls. We don't know if that would happen or not. But if that weren't the case, they would need a new Guardian, definitely. Do you think animals that lived on planet Vegeta can go Super Saiyan? Absolutely. And I could go into many details on why that is, but I can't possibly in this video because there's so much to talk about. What if Goku and Hercule did fuse? How would that affect the series from that plot point? They wouldn't be a chance against Super Buu. That's how it would affect it. And there's so many assumptions that can be made, but they wouldn't be a chance for Super Buu. They would get destroyed. What if Goku married Cell? Well, this would cause a lot of problems coming up to the Buu Saga, because Goku would still be alive, presumably, as well as the Cell Juniors would probably live on as well. Gohan probably would have been disowned by Goku, would have lived with Piccolo, and it would have changed a lot of things, guys, but, you know, that could be a definite what-if topic for the future. But don't count on it. What are your views on Kickstarters, as I might do one? Kickstarters is something that's always been interesting in my mind. I've never necessarily supported one in terms of donating, but it's always something. There are some very silly Kickstarters, but there are some times where Kickstarters can be a very good thing. So I'm relatively neutral on my views of Kickstarters. Your Ask this is a good way to this is a good place to skip down to the bottom. Your Ask FM question videos are the highlight of my week. Is that sad? No, my friend, it is not sad. Actually, it's quite honoring that of all my videos that these are the most enjoyable for you. I can see why, because they do get, you know, kind of up close and personal with me, and you can learn a little bit about me and have my opinion on multiple things. So I can understand why they're the highlight of your videos. I mean, I am pretty awesome, so yeah. So let's skip down to the bottom. Whoop. I got stuck there on the, not going down there on the side there. Alright. I think Ultimate Mystic Gohan is more than 2 times stronger than SSJ3 Goku. Do you agree? Also, Mystic Gohan versus Janemba. I personally believe Gohan will win because I think Janemba is slightly stronger than Super Buu. Well, it's funny because I did a video on this that a lot of people don't agree with. I think Janemba is quite a bit weaker than Super Buu, and I gave pretty good arguments to why. If you guys haven't seen the video, I'll link it in the description. And as far as Mystic Gohan being 2 times stronger than Goku, he is much more than 2 times stronger than Goku based on the things I mentioned in my video about Gotenks and the Super Saiyan multipliers and all that stuff. I mentioned a lot of things. Gohan's probably above 10 times stronger than Goku, which seems incredibly hard to believe, guys, but it's just a fact of the matter. And I'm not trying to bash on Goku because Goku's my favorite character. I'm just stating the facts of, you know, what I've analyzed in the series. And this is from Abraham. Yamcha is greater. Wait, okay. Yamcha is better than Dragon Ball GT. Better than Z. Better than Popo. Better than Kwame. Better than my penis. Better than Battle of Gods. Hashtag Yamcha for life. Yep. I can't disagree with this at all. Why did Yamcha only use 0.0.0.0000? You guys see all those decimals. You can't use more than 1 decimal in a number. But I'll let you have this one. Yeah, so he barely used any of his stuff, yeah. But Yamcha was the greatest. He used very minuscule amount of his power whenever he fought in Dragon Ball Z. I mean, we all know Yamcha is the strongest fighter alive. He could wreck SSJ6, God Goku, Beerus, Kwame, SSJ8, and Ultimate Super Mystic Broly Ultra, LSSJ10, God, all at once with his giant wang. Hashtag Yamcha for life. Man, you just gave me hepatitis C with that question. Alright, but that's from Abraham. Man, all those fan fiction SSJ forms just give me many STDs just from looking at them. So now that Dragon Ball Xenoverse is out, what would be your top 5 DBZ games? Alright. It was my previous list, and then bump each one down, and then put Xenoverse at number 1. Xenoverse is my favorite Dragon Ball Z game of all time, guys, undoubtedly. And just because I say it's my favorite, don't make that, don't feel as if that means it's the best. The best one is Burst Limit, because it's the most well-designed, it's the most balanced, it's a better game. That doesn't mean that it has to be my favorite. Xenoverse is my favorite because it's fairly addicting for me. I love the farming and the leveling up and all that stuff, guys. I love the combat style. Even though there's some broken parts about it, I'm not afraid to admit there are some broken things. Super Electric Strife. Cough. But yeah, Xenoverse is my favorite, but it's not the best, if that makes sense to you guys. There's better Dragon Ball Z games. I think even Budokai 3 could be considered a more well-made game. It's more polished and better designed. So that's just my thoughts on that. What if Goku was a girl? How do you think this would affect the entire series? Just off the top of my head, off the top of your head, I don't expect some massive thesis on this. Well, Goku would, if you want to just go briefly, I'm not going to go too in-depth, guys. I'm just going to think on a brief, you know, off the top of my head. He wouldn't marry Chi-Chi because they couldn't, well, he wouldn't have Gohan because they wouldn't have kids. That would mess up a whole lot of things. He wouldn't have Goten. That would mess up a whole lot of things. Vegeta would obviously fall in love with Goku if they got up to that point, so it would affect the series in the entire way. This is from True 8-Bit, the Majin Cat, from Anime Multiverse, of course, the legendary website. What would happen if Goku married Bulma instead of Chi-Chi? How much of the world would change all the way from the Saiyan Saga to the Buu Saga? Also, the same universe, would Vegeta marry Chi-Chi? Because remember, when Goku promised to marry her, she could have come back and confronted him about the promise, from AJ Jacket. I can't possibly answer this because there's so many ways this can twist and turn, guys. This is one of those topics that you can't, it's just not good to discuss because there's so many different assumptions to be made. No one's going to be right in this, no one can possibly be right in this argument. If Goku married Bulma, you gotta think of all the genetic makeups that would be messed up, all the DNA structures of how their children will look, all of that stuff, guys. It's so many assumptions. It's not even, you can't even discuss it. It's not okay to discuss it. I can't do it. And Goku, okay, and Goku could set her up with Vegeta. So I guess that's a continuation of their one. Kind of irrelevant now, but that kind of already answered it. Do you think Goku and Vegeta thought it was a great experience fusing? I think Goku liked it, but Vegeta, I don't think would have liked it at all. I mean, he didn't like it, really. Why didn't you try and physically answer some questions? Well, I don't know what you mean physically. You mean type them out? Because I'm not sure what you mean by that necessarily. Disregarding canon continuity, if this was the point in time, SSJ4 stronger than SSJ God, SSJ3 Gogeta, strong SSJ4, or an unfused SSJ4, extended edition Goku, I'd have to perform fusion with Vegeta again. No, I don't even think that'd give me a chance. That whole thing about the fusion not giving him a chance, guys, that's something I've always thought of. The thing is that was a Goku that was badly beaten, that had literally just gotten badly beaten, guys. So first of all, his opinion's already muddied up. Secondly, we don't know, people assume he's talking about a Super Saiyan 3 fusion. Yeah, he can do it, but that doesn't mean that's what he's talking about. We can assume that, but that's an assumption. And I guess it's also an assumption to say that he's not talking about it. We don't know. You can't say for sure what he's talking about. And we don't know if he's talking about Gogeta or Vegito. The thing is Gogeta's non-canon, but Goku still knows the fusion dance. He can teach Vegeta, and you know Vegeta did that dance for Bingo. He's going to do a fusion dance to beat Beerus, if it would. So we don't know. And you got to think, Goku also says, no, I don't even think that'd give me a chance. So he doesn't even know himself, and like I said, he was badly beaten. My thing is, judging about how much stronger I can analyze Beerus is than Goku, and judging how much of a boost the fusion gives you based on Goten and Trunks fusing the Gotenks, I think a fusion would beat Beerus, but that's just the way I look at it, guys. As far as the other parts, Super Saiyan 4 is Super Saiyan God. I think Super Saiyan 4 is a bigger multiplier. And Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta versus an unfused Super Saiyan 4. It's going to be Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta due to the fact of how powerful this fusion multiplies. People really underestimate how powerful fusion actually is in Dragon Ball. It's insanely powerful. If you look at Goten and Trunks fusing the Gotenks, it's insane. Okay. Wiz. Goku. Oh, this is a death battle question. Don't even get me on this. Alright, Wiz. Goku flew 11,000 kilometers per hour. 11,000 times 4,000 for the SSJ4 multiplier. Times 586 gravity formula equals. Alright, I'm not going to read all this, but you guys know all this stuff. Okay. So he's saying that King Kai's plan is 10 times greater than Earth gravity, not less. Did they? I haven't seen the death battle in a while. Did they say it was less? then did they say it was 10 times less than Earth's gravity? Because that's wrong if they did that. But either way, guys, that death battle is all messed up. I'm not saying Superman should have won. I'm saying their math was completely wrong for Goku and how they did it. That's just the fact of the matter. My thoughts on that death battle was that was stupid, but I'm not saying the outcome was wrong because we don't know how that fight would have come. Because it is hard to calculate Dragon Ball Z characters' power levels and their speed and all that stuff. Now that Xenoverse is out, what Dragon Ball Z game would you like to see happen next? Xenoverse 2? Or Burst Limit 2, I'd like that, but I really would like a Xenoverse 2 as well. Questions. I'll give you some damn questions. Chuck's bucket of questions in the air. Well, alright. 5 things you'd like to change about Xenoverse? You put me on the spot. I can't answer that right now, man. Maybe I can do a video about that, actually. That's not a bad topic. I can probably think of 5 things that I'd like to see changed. That's not a bad topic. You gave me a video topic. I don't know when I'm going to put it out, but it'll definitely be something for the future. What was your favorite DBZ character? Goku, and I actually did a top 5 Dragon Ball Z characters and top 5 Dragon Ball Z villains. I'll link them both. I'll try to remember to link them both in the description at least. I might forget. But check them out. I'm assuming you're probably a newer-ish subscriber because that's one of my older videos and you probably haven't seen it. So I'll link that there if you want to check it out. But this was asked a month ago, so. Alright, I almost accidentally deleted that question up there. Do you think 3 or more people confuse into one being? Depending on what you mean, I think a fusion. I think that's very difficult to answer. Maybe someone that had a Potara fusion, they take off their earrings and give it to someone else that had a Potara fusion. Maybe they can all fuse together. I don't know. But it's possible, I guess. By a wolf, I guess it's possible. Okay, I'm gonna end it off right here, guys. Do you think Cell would win? Could he has Ice Cream Potolo? I'm going to give you a very in-depth analysis of this. Well, when Cell wins, the ice cream is a possibility, guys. But the other choices are frozen yogurt, waffle crisp, which is an excellent cereal, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, the whole entire series of Dragon Ball Z on Blu-ray, or a high five from Mr. Satan, and he could pick any number of those, so it's really hard to say which one he'd pick, judging from Cell's character. But I would think, judging from Cell, he'd probably take all of them. So guys, that has been the Q&A for today. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you want to ask me Ask FM questions, you can. Link to that will be in the description below. You don't need to sign up at all, but if you do sign up, your name shows up in the next to your question. But anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you later.